What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to Park to Primera. It's been a little while. Allow me to explain. As you will know, if you've watched recent episodes, I've been having some renovations going on in my flat. Let's just say they've not quite gone to plan. The room behind me, which you can't see because the camera isn't on because it's just covered in dust, is currently a workshop. And yeah, it's all kind of gone wrong. Now, I'm not going to go into the details of why I've not got a new kitchen and why there's no face cam and why I've not been able to record. Just know that for the last 2 weeks of my life, it's been a bloody nightmare at home. It's kind of completely thrown me out of whack. I've not had a functional kitchen. I've not really had a living room. And to be frank, I've not been in a particularly good headspace to just record videos of all the stress of it all going on. But we are back today. And, today we are taking on Milan in the Champions League first knockout round. We are going to be taking on them. And then we're also going to do the second leg today, which is a little way away. Since we were last here, we've played quite a lot of games. Of course, last time out, we slipped up against Barcelona. We drew against United and lost to Barca, but since then, we've gone on a good little run, including wins against Real Valladolid, who for a long time have been our bogey team. Obviously, a lot of matches played, because this, with it being our final season, it's all about the Champions League. That is what we're here for. That's what we want to win. In terms of other bits that have gone on, we've won the Supercopa final since you were last here. Of course, I'm saying all of this. It's actually been a good week or so since I last touched this save game with everything that's been going on. But yes, we did beat Real Madrid after extra time, actually. I forgot this was actually a crazy game. We should watch the highlights. Okay, so in this game, this was the Supercopa final. They scored one of the worst goals you're going to see conceded all year. Yasinkfeld threaded through, launched over the top. He finished it, but we weren't done. We weren't done because Jose Ramon, with the last kick of the game, in a second, there we go, last header of the game, found the back of the net in the 94th minute. And with that, we took it to extra time. And from there, we came out swinging. Of course, as soon as we got one goal, pressure on Real Madrid to get back into the game. Siapina, lovely little run forward. Vargas, was it, with the end? Oh, okay, I forgot that goal out. That was a good goal, wasn't it? As I said, it's been a while. Vargas got that one. And then we hit them on the counter again, because they're rubbish. They've got a bit of Manchester United syndrome about them, haven't they, here, Real Madrid? It was Hannibal into the bottom corner. He made it 4-1. And, with that, we won the Supercopa. So, at the very least, we are going to end this save game with one piece of silverware. Hopefully, there'll be a few more to come. But 3 Supercopas in 5 years is a pretty good little achievement. That was a great little result there. And from there, we've gone from strength to strength. In the Copa del Rey semi-final first leg, we won 2-0, so we've set ourselves up really well there. And, besides the Copa del Rey where we're marching on, in La Liga, things are going quite well. When I left things, we were struggling a little bit. We were way off the pace of Atleti and Barcelona. I think we were like 2 points behind Barca at the top, maybe slightly more. But we've come on and we've just killed it as of late. We've put in the performances that I expect us to put in. We've not slipped up. We've been on some really good form. And Siapina has found his shooting boots, everyone. I don't know where they've been for the last 2 years, but so far this season, 23 goals in 17 games. Yes, he's been very, very good. But he tore his abdominal muscles, didn't he? Out for 4 weeks to 2 months. So he's not available right now. The good news is he is the only player currently out. However, if we just look at the transfers, there was a little bit that happened in January. We signed this guy, Ramiro Rolon Martinez, prospect for the future when we holiday forward at the end of this season. I'm curious to see how he develops, but we've brought him in. And on the outs, you can see here, Fabian Luzzi, forced to move away. A couple of other players departed on loan. But yes, Luzzi out on loan, wanted regular first-team football. I can't give him regular first-team football. So he's going to go and live it up in Portugal. Hopefully he comes back. It maybe inflates his value a little bit and he can be sold on for some money. Of course, this year he wasn't even registered for the Champions League. And after half a season, he'd only played 1 game in the league. So it kind of just made sense to move him in on, I suppose. But anyway, we have got 2 matches to play today. The first is this away leg in the Champions League. And in terms of team selection, this is the team that played the last game. This is not the team that we're playing. Have you ever had that feeling where you come back to a Football Manager save and you've not touched it in a little while and you're not entirely sure of where you got up to with things? That's kind of the point that I'm at now. I don't normally have breaks of multiple weeks from Football Manager, but I feel like I'm already kind of back in the swing of things slowly. Maybe if this game's a banger, it will fully inspire me and reinvigorate me to get to the end of this save game and to end the season winning a Champions League. There, I've said it. We're going to make it happen. if it doesn't happen, this is all just very, very awkward. But no, seriously, if you're watching this video, I do appreciate it. I also appreciate the fact that with FM22 being on the horizon, interest in the series isn't as high, combined with all the stuff I've had going on at home with this kind of renovation work that's just not gone to plan, to be honest with you. It's kind of wrecked my life for the last week and a bit. It's nice just to sit down and resume a little bit of normality, albeit without the face cam. Now, I know some of you are missing it very, very dearly, but genuinely, if you saw the environment I'm sat in now, it's tragic. And well, hopefully Football Manager can provide a little distracting window, I suppose, for us here. As well, Arilson brings it forward and hits it over. I've just realised, it's just dawned on me, this entire season is about winning the Champions League, right? We've lost in the final twice. We've won the league twice. Like, in the grand scheme of things, that's a lesser objective, I suppose. If I lose here, this could be like one of the last episodes of the entire series. I mean, hopefully we're not going to... I don't plan on losing here, to be clear. But I feel like we've set all of this season up, hinged all our hopes on Champions League success. And I'm going to be honest with you, after 37 minutes, maybe I should be slightly more concerned because Milan are having the better of the play here. I mean, an away goal would be lovely if we could muster one up from somewhere. They play it out from the back, and it's Foschi, clean throw on goal. And I'm going to claim that Ramadani did something there to distract the attacker as he broke clean forward. But truth be told, it just wasn't a very, very good finish, was it, by the Milan forward? At the break, we've not had a shot on target. Is that water bottle throwable worthy? I'm going with it. I'm excited. I've not played Football Manager in a while. I need to throw a water bottle. Everyone reacted well. All the players clapped. They were that inspired by my team talk. Maybe the second half could be a little bit better. I'd like to see a highlight in our favour. Jose Ramon, by the way, bruised knee. I don't love it. Also, Baraktar made a bit of a big call, perhaps, to play him up top today. He's not inspired me. So what we're going to do is we're going to move Julien up front. Now, I've been saying Farges, and I have read the comment section recently. Apparently, it's not Farges, so I'm just going to call him Julien, because I can't remember what the correct pronunciation was that I was told. I just know that Julien is wrong. Right, I'm bringing in Pedro Porro. I'm bringing in Conceição. The big guns are coming out. And to be honest, I want a shot. I want a shot. I'm a simple man. Give me a shot, Football Manager, on target. There's 10 minutes left and nothing's happening. I mean, late set piece, Conceição. Where are we going? Gvardiol. Julien. Merci. 1-0. We'll take that. An away goal that's come from absolutely nothing. In the end, a set piece, something that we've been pretty good at over the years. Conceição picking out Gvardiol, who is just a beanstalk at the near post, and then Julien was there just to make sure it definitely was on target. It may have gone in without Julien's help, but that is our first shot of the target. It's found the back of the net. We're going to bring in Calderon. I mean, I would quite happily take this. If they score one now, that is going to be problematic. Oh my word, Gvardiol, I don't know if it was going in or not, but it was an athletic clearance to get it away. Conceição, where are you going, son? Where are you wandering? Where's it? He's on a wander. Conceição, what's happening? I hope that isn't the end of the highlight. I was anticipating something, and I feel like that was it. I mean, end the highlight. I don't need to see AC Milan attack. Stop it, Football Manager. Stop it. Not like this, Sports Interactive. We've done so well in this game to get a result from absolutely nowhere. And again, we've not really performed well. And maybe I should have gone time wasting. Maybe my players could wake up. Or maybe, just maybe, it's going to be that man again, Gvardiol. Rallying the troops at the back. Inspiring the troops at the back. We just about get it away from danger, I think. Away from danger, I think. Thank you, Football Manager. That was the cue for you to end the highlight. You've done so very kindly. And we don't deserve that win. We do not deserve what we've just got there. But you know what? Sometimes in Football Manager, you just have to ride your luck a little bit. We've got a few players who are tired. Because we've got this big gap at the top of the table, we can afford to rest up players, which is very, very nice. In terms of upcoming games, we've got the second leg of the Copa del Rey. As I already mentioned, we won the first leg 2-0 against Huesca. So that's pretty likely we'll make it to the final where we're almost certain to play Atleti. Of course, the Copa del Rey, we've won a few times in recent years. I feel like I should come back for the three-peat. We might have to throw that in as a triple header at some point in the near future, depending on how scheduling works out. But anyway, between now and then, where we could still end up bottling a 2-0 lead, We've got a few games in the league, but we're all about the Milan game. It's coming up right before intake day. Let's see if we can get a result in it. 2 weeks into March. Hopefully, we'll still be top by 9 points. And maybe I'll re-familiarise myself where exactly we're at, because I do feel a little bit lost. Did anyone else feel lost? Just me? Oh, okay. Move on. Okay, folks, game number 2, and I'm starting to get back in the swing of things just a little bit. We've not had our youth intake yet. That will be coming towards the end of the month. It is mediocre. Not a glowing review. We'll live, we'll learn, we'll laugh, we'll probably cry. This is the last intake. I'm hoping we might still get one superstar player. It would be fair to say that of all the players that have come through the academy, Jorge Calderon is the best of the bunch. He's a very good player, but of course, in a team that's challenging at the top of, well, world football at this point, I think, it's always difficult to get a player come through your own academy and play well. But you can see here, he did play in our most recent game, and actually, since your last hit, been a bit of a mixed bag. Where to begin here? I guess chronological order makes sense. So in the first of these games, we took on Athletic Club Bilbao, and we lost 2-1. This was a welcome back to Football Manager if we just have a look at things here. Look, we've had an XG of 3 there, and they've got a 0.8, and they've won 2-1. It was just one of those games, unfortunately. On the flip side, it's the only real disappointment here, because in La Liga we took on Huesca and we beat them 5-0. We then played a semi-rotated team against them in the second game, which of course was the Copa del Rey semi-final second leg. We won that convincingly. Elsewhere, Atleti... Yeah, they were quite merciless towards Extremadura. I want to say Extremadura, but that's just not correct, is it? Look, they're a good team. They're in the second division. They've done well to get this far. They lost 9-0. Look, I can try and be positive about it. They've just not done very well there. But, well, on from that, we played a game and we played pretty well in this one. We took on Real Madrid. We have to watch the highlights for this one. Kind of regret not doing this as a live commentary. I'll level with you. We started off this game really well. Pedro Porro from the penalty spot put us in the lead. Away from home, always going to be tricky against Real, and well, tricky it certainly proved to be, as into the second half, they came out well. Zinkveld putting it into the bottom corner. Not long later, another goal came their way. Pulisic whipping the ball in, and as you can see here, it fell the way of Valverde, who put it in. And 2-1 down at the Bernabeu, approaching the last 10 minutes. We've talked about Calderon a little bit. We need to talk about him a little bit more here, because he was involved in the build-up as the Poulsen back pass was short. That made it 2-2, but nah. We weren't done yet. 95 minutes on the clock. You are not seeing things. Julien, mon ami, merci. That was superb. 3-2 it finished. A really big win against a Real Madrid team who, to be frank, they've not been great this year. In fact, they've been really disappointing the last few years, and I'm not really sure what to attribute that to. You can see Raul has taken over as their manager. He has a win percentage of 53%. He looks like he should be quite a good manager, but just the way they're playing, I mean, they're down in 6th. I didn't realise it was that bad. As for ourselves, of course, we did drop points, but despite that, you can see we're still top of the table by 9 points by virtue of the fact the teams around us have also slipped up. So still looking good for the title. The unbeaten season, of course, has been gone for a little while, but I do think it's just worth acknowledging the fact that we're dominating the stats quite a lot. Siapina's got 7 player of the matches. Ramadani leading the way with clean sheets. He's been really, really good for us. Elsewhere in the team, Conceição and Hannibal leading the way with assists, both in double figures. That is really, really good to see. The goals we've been scoring have been crazy this year. You can see 85 goals scored for the goal scorers have been varied. Julien Farguez? Look, Julien. We'll go with Julien. We can't go with Julien, and we can't go with Julien because we've got another Julien. There's too many Julien. Why did I sign 2 Juliens? I've sabotaged my own efforts here. The bottom line is, we're getting goals for fun. I mean, Pedro Porro has scored 16. I'm not entirely sure how that's happened. I mean, to be fair, he's scored 5 of 8 penalties, so he's not even converting from the spot that well. But he's doing the business. The former right-back turned right-winger, I mean, that rating is mad, isn't it? I feel like the injection of quality we've put into the team really has had the desired effect this year. Let's hope it can keep going into this second game. We're taking on Milan. Of course, we did win the first leg away from home 1-0. Not the most convincing of performances, but we got the crucial away goal. In terms of the team for this second leg, this is how we line up. Ramadani in goal, Gvardiol and Petrozuolo in at centre-back. Of course, Petrozuolo signed last year for 53 million. I think the jury's still out a little bit about him if he's worth that kind of money, but he's not really put a foot wrong for us. Elsewhere, Alejandro Gomez, of course, was a big addition this year, out on the right-hand side. 1 goal in 18, no assists. He's playing right back. For £100 million, I feel like you expect a little bit more, but I feel like just in general, fullbacks this year in Football Manager get a bit of a raw deal. Out on the left, we've got Perez. In the centre of the midfield, of course, it's Capanu, and it is Sandro Tonali. Hopefully going to be dominating the midfield for us. Pedro Porro, we've talked about out on the right. Hannibal in the middle. We are going to go with Jose Ramon in the middle. He has had a torrid time since he's come to us. Injury after injury. He's missed a lot of football. He's back today. Let's hope he can do it for us. And elsewhere, it's Julien up front. He's going to be leading the line for us, the 22-year-old. We played him in a few different spots, but with the recent injury to Siapina, he finds himself playing down the middle. Debatably his best position, and well, hopefully he's going to prove that to us today as we go into this game against Milan. And, I'm nervous for this one. As I said during that first game where we won 1-0 away from home, we weren't that convincing in the game. We probably didn't deserve to win it, in truth, but I feel like to be a real champions quality caliber team, you need to get wins in games you don't deserve to get wins in. And we do have a small habit of doing that. I'm hoping that we can just dominate this game here in the home leg and kind of show what we're all about. But I suppose we'll see as we get into this one. Worth noting they're playing the 4-2-3-1. I feel like we match up quite nicely against this kind of system, especially at home. I feel like home and away advantages, I talk about it a lot, but this year in Football Manager, it feels so strong. So I'm feeling pretty confident going into this. And that goal there is going to help my cause. We will not be going to extra time here. It is 2-0, and that was Hannibal to Petrozuolo. Also worth remembering, next year in Football Manager, no away goals in the knockouts because of the rule change in the Champions League. So savour away goals whilst we can for this one last Champions League run. Hannibal already has 1 assist. He's going to put the ball into another dangerous area there. Unfortunately, on this occasion, couldn't find the desired target, but we still have the ball here. Pedro Porro out on the right, goes down in the penalty area, looking to win a penalty so he can take it. It's not given, but we still have the ball here. And I think that just clipped the outside of the post, you know. That was Fargay with the effort from range. And it was not a million miles away. Hannibal now, inside to Capanu, who dinks it to Pedro Porro. Can't quite get there, but Alejandro Gomez, he's yet to get an assist this year. I thought for a second he might get one there. Then I butchered his name and I knew it just wasn't meant to be. But we've still got possession here. Perez, little flick to Tonali, the captain, edge of the box, gets tackled. Of course, former Milan man had that loan spell with them. I think in this save game, they never exercised the option to buy. I might be wrong there. I might be talking a load of rubbish. What I do know is Pedro Porro's maraudering down the middle. And on this occasion, Courtois clutches onto it. Remains 1-0, but we look rather dominant. Right, ball cleared away by Capanu. Just about gets it away from danger. Although the ball very likely to come back at us here. Only half an hour into this game. Milan will feel like they've got a shout, but they really do need to turn the tide of this game. Right now, it's been one-way traffic, and while they're looking to build from deep, switched over to this far side. Perez reads it well, goes back to Ramadani. He's going to look to find Pedro Porro. Gets his noggin on it, but unfortunately can't divert it the way of one of our players. And now Milan bringing it forward. It looks like neither team want possession here. We're just trading it. It's now with Julien, though, in the wide area. What can he do? I mean, we very nearly scored a very special goal there. Dribbled all the way through. Unfortunately, the finish straight at the goalkeeper. You can see Milan, XG of dash. They've not had a shot at all in that first half. The fact it's only 1-0 is a little bit frustrating. I'm going to tell the players I'm far from pleased, but truth be told, if they don't have a shot in the second half, they can't win Milan. That is how... I mean, I guess we could score an own goal, technically. If that happens, it's going to be a disaster. Oh, my word. Pedro Porro, free kick from range. He's trying to keep me back on topic. If you can't tell in this second match, I'm back in the swing of things, everyone. I've got my mojo back, and I'm just giddy and excited to watch some Football Manager madness hopefully unfold in front of us. And by madness, I mean a 3-0 home win. That's what I would like to see ideally. Kapanu, Tonali, options ahead, goes inside to Jose Ramon, of course, as an advanced playmaker, going to drop in to spaces like that. The goal wouldn't have counted had it, been on target. Unfortunately, the post denied us. But the ball through there by Jose Ramon was rather tasty. And unfortunately, Milan have now had a shot. And while they might have another, they will have another. Don't panic yet. But if they score one more, we're going out on away goals. And that would be a small situation, wouldn't it? And by small situation, I mean it would be an absolute disaster, and I'd probably cry in a weird way. And I'm not trying to will it into existence here. It'd be quite a fitting end, wouldn't it, given how much we bottled the Champions League if we just bottle the first knockout round in the final year. I'm hoping it's not going to come to it. I don't think it is. Julien. Let's not say mon ami, Jack. Again, we've done it twice today. He's my little French friend. And on this occasion, well, he was alive to the threat. And most importantly, he was onside and he found the target. Ball given away. Sandro Tonali played it through that run, timed to perfection. The finish finessed into the bottom corner. Keeper going down to his left. Couldn't get down to it. Back to 2-1 on the night. And I think we can just relax a tiny bit. Dare I say. I mean, there's still 28 minutes left here. Another would definitely help me relax. What can you do, Julien? I mean, he's gone down in the penalty area. I think he's looking for the pen. It's not going to be given, but we won possession once where we kind of had Milan boxed in the corner. Feels like they have the ball in deep and then they kind of try and play a direct ball clear and we just deal with it quite well. So now with Gomez, back with Gomez. Really nice build-up play. I mean, Gomez has got an assist, everyone. Hasn't managed one in the league. That might be his first of the season in all competitions. That makes it 3-1. And that was a bit of a weird goal, if I might say so myself. I'm not sure who this is at the near post, but they passed it back to Gomez. I half expected them just to smash it into the side netting, but no. Worked around well, laid off to Tonali. Against his former club, he scores. I don't know if you noticed there. I don't know if you... So this was a new feature this year in Football Manager that I think I've just seen for the first time all year. So, of course, Tonali in this save game played for Milan. On the goal, he didn't celebrate. Did you notice that? I hope we'll see it here. I mean, look, this is a feature I remember reading about on Twitter and thinking, I'll never notice that. I've just noticed it for the first time. Look, he doesn't celebrate. I mean, FM21, still delivering. 11 months after release, we're still seeing new stuff in the match engine. And by new stuff, I mean stuff that's definitely happened before. I just forgot it was added, and I've noticed it for the first time all year. Anyway, we've still got the ball. This could get a little embarrassing. 4-1, I want to try and say that's respectable for Milan. It's not great, is it? 5-1, that starts to look a little more emphatic as Okafor brings it forward for them. Do deal with it. So now with Julien, got men rushing on ahead. He might just go on his own solo mission here. The ball goes all the way through to Courtois, who must be getting on a little bit in goal. I can't imagine he's the most agile of goalkeepers at this point in his career. Pedro Porro can't latch on the end of it. Bit of defending maybe needed to be done here. I mean, Milan, to be fair, they've had the odd opportunity. They've been clinical. They might get another one here as well. Ball going into our box. Ramadani, nice stop. Breathe a sigh of relief. And Jack, remember you've got subs. They are a thing in football. It's been so long since I last played Football Manager, I've forgotten how football works, everyone. Let's make a couple of subs here. And I know how Football Manager works. So we're just going to click the demand more button, which, to be honest, isn't as good as it was last year in Football Manager. But I still just click it at all opportunities in FM21. And 90% of the time, it works 100% of the time. Jose Ramon, Vargas, hits it. What a finish that is. And they finally link up. Goal number 25 of the season. For him, Jose Ramon, he's not had a good time at the club. Talked about his injuries, talked about his issues. He's not really had that extended run. A little bit of a sample there of the quality he does possess. Plays it through superbly. That finish at the near post was quite nice, wasn't it? I think Courtois maybe could have got to it. And well, he might have more to do yet. But straight into another highlight. We just don't give a Scooby-Doo here, apparently, about AC Milan. We're going for 6-1. Or maybe this is going to be really underwhelming and they're just going to make it 5-2. I want to believe it'll be a 6-1 with a bit of a defensive calamity. That's what I'm predicting. It could be our own defensive calamity. I think we've tried to play an offside trap. And Noah Okafor has scored. His third goal of the season. He's a striker. Sorry, third goal. Did I misread that? Third goal of the season. I now want to know how good he is. Who was that there? Gvardiol. Lapse in concentration. Rather it happen in a moment like this than a final, I suppose. I want to look at this striker. Okafor. 3 goals for the year. He's not scored in 18 games. Oh, it is the Okafor I was thinking of, who plays for one of the Red Bull teams. I think it's... I was going to say, I think it's Salzburg. I think it is Salzburg in real life. I might be wrong. Don't think he's moved to Leipzig yet, although... football, I mean, look, that's a transfer that will happen if it's not happened yet. Either way, he's scored. It doesn't matter. There could still be a 6th goal on aggregate, a 5th on the night. What's happening here? They've cleared it off the line. Bodies are being thrown everywhere. And I thought the final whistle was going to go. We've still got another 30 seconds of something. Is that something going to contain a goal? I mean, if they get another, that's suddenly... I mean, please don't get sent off in the last minute, Perez. That is not what we need. I'm shouting demand more. 10 seconds. Just defend it, lads. Deal with it. Sanchez, Traore. Back to Sanchez. Should I be nervous? I mean, look. We have the cushion. Jack, you can remain calm. It's fine, everyone. 5-2 it finishes. That was pretty impressive overall. Kind of wish we could have been a little bit more defensively sound in the latter stages of that game. But nevertheless, we make it through. Elsewhere, you can see PSG made it through. Juventus knocked out Nice. Man City turned around a game last minute. In fact, actually, Atalanta would have gone through. Wouldn't have gone through. They didn't get an away goal. Hertha Berlin knocked out Porto. Bayern Munich knocked out Avramides. I mean, where is Avramides? Avramides and Pablo Torre in the mud. Avramides, he's not... I mean, they've spent 200 million on him. I'll let Avramides fan club, there's your update. I think I got the better out of that transfer. Elsewhere, Pablo Torre, he's actually doing quite well. I mean, he's doing way better than Avramides, which is kind of amusing. Either way, we've made it through, everyone. I have no idea who we're going to be taking on next. I'm going to leave it as a little bit of a surprise. Looking at it, we've got these 2 games, and they're right before the Copa del Rey final. Depending on scheduling, we might do the Copa del Rey. We might not. I feel like we should, just because we're on course to win it 3 years in a row. We'll figure it out. We'll do it live. I feel like this entire episode has been me refiguring out how YouTube videos work. As I said at the top, apologies for the lack of episodes. I know there's a few people who just feel like the series has been dropped. Honestly, just circumstances completely out of my own control. It's been pretty difficult the last week or so in terms of my living arrangement and just stuff going on here. It is getting back to normality. I'm going to try and get an episode up every day this week. Whether or not I can actually manage that largely depends on when there's construction work going on in my flat. I have an open plan area where my PC is, where the kitchen's been worked on. It's super dusty. It's a mess. It's like a workshop. It's awful. I talked about this all in the intro. Just let it be known, Racing's back. There will be videos this week. I'm going to try and be as consistent as I can. And yes, we will be finishing this final season by FM22. I mean, I've got a few weeks till then. In the interim, we'll have some other bits and pieces going on in terms of a bit more variety of FM content, which I'm sure some of you guys will be interested in. But anyway, folks, I've rambled on for long enough today. Welcome back to Racing. I hope you're back here and comfortable. Not many episodes left. A World Cup on the horizon as well, of course. Tomorrow, we continue our mission to win a Champions League. I hope to see you then. And well, until then, it is me, Jack, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.